Hello everyone and welcome to Jack English Learning. This is the place where you can improve your English naturally, confidently and step by step. In this podcast, you will learn practical English for daily life, real conversations and powerful speaking techniques to help you communicate with confidence. Whether you are a beginner or an advanced learner, this channel is here to support your English journey. So, relax, stay focused, and let's start learning English together. This is Jack English Learning.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are going to talk about something that is often overlooked but extremely important. Many people focus on grammar, vocabulary, speaking, listening, reading, and writing, but they forget one of the most powerful factors in learning English, the ability to keep learning for life. The truth is that English is not a destination, it is a journey. There is no final point where you suddenly know everything. Even native speakers continue learning new words, new expressions, and new ways to communicate throughout their lives. Therefore, one of the greatest goals you can have is not simply to become good at English, but to become a lifelong learner of English. When you develop this mindset, your progress becomes continuous, natural, and sustainable. Let us begin by thinking about how children learn language. Children do not learn because they are forced to memorize long lists of grammar rules. They learn because they are curious. They listen, observe, ask questions, make mistakes, and try again. They are not afraid of sounding imperfect. They are not worried about making errors. They simply use the language every day, and over time, they become fluent. As adult learners, we sometimes lose this mindset. We become too focused on perfection. We worry about mistakes. We compare ourselves to others. We become frustrated when progress feels slow. However, if we want long-term success, we need to rediscover curiosity. We need to approach English with the attitude of a learner rather than the attitude of a judge. Instead of asking, why am I not fluent yet? Ask yourself, what can I learn today? This small change in thinking can completely transform your learning experience. One of the most important habits of successful learners is consistency. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Many learners study very hard for a few days and then stop for a week. Others practice a little every day. After a few months, the second group usually achieves much better results. Why? Because language learning is like exercise. You cannot go to the gym for 10 hours in one day and expect to become healthy forever. You need regular training. English works the same way. A small amount of daily practice is far more effective than occasional periods of intense study. Even 15 or 20 minutes a day can create remarkable progress over time. Now let us talk about motivation. Many people believe that successful learners are always motivated. In reality, motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel excited to study. Other days you feel tired or busy. The key is not relying on motivation. The key is building habits. Habits continue even when motivation disappears. For example, if you decide to listen to English for 10 minutes every morning, eventually it becomes part of your routine. You no longer need to force yourself. It becomes automatic. This is why habits are so powerful. They reduce the need for willpower and make learning easier. Another important principle is learning through interest. Many learners choose materials that are too difficult or too boring. They think difficult materials will help them improve faster. However, if you do not enjoy what you are studying, it becomes difficult to stay consistent. Instead, choose topics that genuinely interest you. If you enjoy sports, read articles about sports. If you enjoy technology, watch videos about technology. If you enjoy history, listen to podcasts about historical events. When you combine English with topics you already love, learning becomes enjoyable rather than stressful. This enjoyment increases the amount of time you spend with the language, and more exposure leads to greater improvement. Let us also discuss the importance of patience. Modern society encourages instant results. We want quick solutions, fast improvements, and immediate success. However, language learning does not work that way. Progress often happens slowly and quietly. Sometimes you may feel that you are not improving at all. Then one day you realize you understood a conversation that would have been difficult a few months ago. Or you notice that you can express your ideas more clearly than before. Improvement is often invisible while it is happening. This is why patience is essential. Trust the process. Continue practicing even when progress feels slow. Now, let us think about mistakes. Many learners fear mistakes because they associate mistakes with failure. However, mistakes are actually evidence of learning. Every mistake teaches you something. If you never make mistakes, you're probably staying inside your comfort zone. Growth happens when you challenge yourself. Imagine a child learning to walk. Falling down is not failure. It is a part of the learning process. Language learning works the same way. Every incorrect sentence, every pronunciation error, and every misunderstanding is an opportunity to learn and improve. Instead of fearing mistakes, learn to welcome them. Another characteristic of lifelong learners is reflection. Reflection means thinking about your learning process. Ask yourself questions such as, what did I learn this week? What was difficult? What improved? What should I focus on next? Reflection helps you become more aware of your strengths and weaknesses. It allows you to study more effectively because you understand your own learning journey. Keeping a journal can be a useful way to practice reflection. You can write a few sentences each day about what you learned and how you feel about your progress. Let us talk about goals. Goals are important because they provide direction. However, not all goals are equally useful. Some learners set goals such as, I want to be fluent. While this is a good long-term dream, it is not very specific. A better goal might be, I will read an English article every day for 1 month, or I will learn and use 5 new words every day. These smaller goals are measurable and achievable. They create a sense of accomplishment and keep you motivated. Large goals become easier when they are broken into smaller steps. Another important concept is lifelong exposure. English should not exist only during study time. Try to bring English into different parts of your life. Listen to English music, watch English videos, change your phone language to English. Follow English-speaking creators online. Read English news. The more English becomes part of your daily environment, the more natural it feels. Language learning becomes much easier when the language is present throughout your day rather than only during formal study sessions. Now let's discuss confidence. Confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes from action. Many learners think, I will speak English when I feel confident. In reality, confidence develops because you speak English. Every conversation, every sentence, and every attempt builds confidence little by little. The more experience you gain, the more comfortable you become. Therefore, do not wait for confidence to arrive. Create confidence through practice. As you continue your journey, remember that learning English is about much more than language. It teaches discipline, patience, curiosity, resilience, and communication skills. These qualities are valuable in every area of life. English is not only a subject, it is a tool that allows you to connect with people, access knowledge, explore new cultures, and create new opportunities. Every word you learn expands your ability to understand the world around you. Finally, remember this important message. You do not need to be perfect to make progress. You do not need to know everything to communicate. You do not need to compare yourself with anyone else. Your journey is your own. Focus on becoming a little better today than you were yesterday. If you continue learning, continue practicing, and continue believing in yourself, your English will improve. Maybe not overnight, maybe not next week, but steadily and surely over time. Small daily actions create extraordinary long-term results. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Keep learning, keep growing, stay curious, and never stop improving. Your journey with English is just beginning, and every day is a new opportunity to move forward. I look forward to sharing another lesson with you in our next episode. Until then, take care, keep practicing, and enjoy the process of becoming a lifelong English learner.
Thank you so much for watching and learning with Jack English Learning. If you enjoyed this lesson and want to improve your English faster, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new lesson. Remember, learning English is a journey. Practice a little every day, stay consistent, and believe in yourself. I'll see you in the next lesson right here on Jack English Learning. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep growing.